This is POPLAW Breakdown. POPLAW Breakdown is a segment of the show where we break down the law related to the guest episodes. On this episode of POPLAW Breakdown, we will take a look at the different types of music copyrights. Following our conversation with Emeka Maduboko on AI's impact on music and his ability to really protect producers' rights, I'm going to say a little bit more about the copyright basics while AI is all over the place in the wild, wild west. So copyrights are a fixed and a tangible medium. You automatically get a copyright when you're making music, and you may put that on a CD. CDs really aren't a thing anymore, but as soon as it's stored somewhere, you have to register those copyrights with the Copyright Office in order to be able to sue if someone is infringing on your copyright. There's a couple of different copyrights in music. There's a musical composition copyright, which handles everything related to the melodies, the instruments, anything you're doing to create the actual sound. There's also master copyrights, which are essentially the songs. It's the voice that is on top of the music, and you want to register those as well. The musical composition copyrights are typically owned by the producers. The master recordings, the actual song, is owned by record labels, but sometimes artists are able to maintain ownership or co-ownership of those master copyrights. Royalties. Royalties is the money that you make. The money that you make off of the music that you get. And we also talked about percentages and points, and you want to be able to do those contracts initially in the beginning so you can always generate money from the copyrights that in the music and things that you create. Distributor agreements are something that are really important. Distributor platforms, those are the agreements that you have with the people who put out your music. For example, that can be with a Spotify, a Tidal, an Apple Music, the people who really put out the streaming of the music. And there's also distributor agreements sometimes with labels, and there's a bunch of up-and-coming distribution labels and companies as well. But make sure you tune in and have a deep dive of what those distributing splits look like as well. And we talked about PROs. Those are the performance rights organizations where you want to register your music so you can always generate income. You want these people to be able to track how your music is being played and continue to send you those monthly checks so you don't have to worry about it. And something that is really important with these PROs, and I spent a time working at a PRO, was I remember when Prince died, and at this time, the artists, they were going and taking their music back, and they were managing things themselves. And it was my last day at a PRO. And when he passed away, people in the office were like, should have kept his music with us because his radio streams are going to go through the roof. And there's no way that they can track it. Now, me being a Prince fan, I was really upset about that because they wanted to make money off of our legend who had just passed away. However, for his estate and however he may have a sign, it would be important to know how much money he was generating and how much he was going to be owed, because those music streams did go up on the radio and everywhere else. But the moral of the story is maintain ownership of your copyrights, register those copyrights, and even if you give those away, I always say subject to reversion. Remember, this is not legal advice. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. If you need additional information or help with registering your copyrights or learning more about music contracts, be sure to hire a skilled attorney that is in this industry to be able to break down what those agreements look like and also educate you in the process. This is POPLAW Breakdown. I'm your host, Desiree. Please remember, I am still not your attorney. Bye.